morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are in the world. This is once again Lance Ligaspi, ang inyong amigo nga Bisaya diri sa UK. I'm gonna be touring you today in our garden to see some beautiful spring flowers that started to bloom. So we have a guest vlogger today and the person of Michael. So Michael's gonna be our tour guide in the garden. So what are you waiting now? Stay tuned and join us in our garden.
So here we are on the 14th of March, and a lot of the plants are coming out earlier this year because we had a mild winter. So let's walk around the garden and see what we can find. First of all, we've got this type of euphorbia here by the front door. It has a very white sticky substance if you pick it, so it can be poisonous and people get skin irritation from it. Anyway, the snowdrops here are almost finished now, but of course we've got a variety of different types of daffodils. These are nice short ones called Tate. They're almost finished now, but the advantage of those growing in the garden is they don't get wind damage. This little blue flower here is Chinodoxia, which is a nice little colourful flower. And we head on then. Now, I don't know the name of this plant, but as children we used to call it elephant's ears, because if you look at the leaf, it's like an elephant's ear. That's a nice shrub. Now this is very unusual. Look at the new growth on that rose already in the middle of March. That would normally be May for that amount of new growth on a rose. Has come out very good this year. Lots of flowers on it, and camellia is a good shrub for the garden because it's evergreen, has nice shiny leaves, so even when it's not in flower, it has a bit of interest. And I bought that many years ago for just £1 when it's a very small little shrub. And so I've seen it grow to this height over the last 25 years. These are hardy cyclamen. Most of these here are spring flowering. Autumn flowering. They come out early September, but these couple, for some reason, flower in the spring also. Nice surprise to see them. This is quite a splendid shrub for this time of year. It's called ribes. It has an unfortunate smell a bit. People think it smells like cats, but I quite like it. But it gives a nice early spring show of colour. And down here is base. We have primroses which have seeded themselves. This is a really native, typical spring flower. And of course the the hybrid of them are polyanthus, different colours, which we'll see later in the garden. This is the interesting clump of white violets which have seeded themselves, because normally we associate violets with blue, of course. Violets are blue dilly-dilly. I just see a little early bumblebee there trying to get a bit of pollen. Yeah, so they have a nice perfume. These primroses have seeded themselves and spread over this area so that they're making a nice show at this time of year. And this is the clump of the typical colour violet, which everybody associates with violet colour. The first tulip to come out in the garden, we saw the hellebore by the front door, one variety, and there's two more varieties here. This white one here, you can get pinky and purple one, there's a white one, which has got quite nice blue. And this other one here, that's the Corsican hellebore, which is also known as the stinking hellebore because it hasn't got a very nice smell. Probably to stop rabbits eating it. Yeah, these are hyacinth bulbs. Haven't got very big heads on them because they were grown indoors last year, and these are the bulbs which I planted out after they flowered. Anyway, they make a nice bit of colour and they have a nice perfume. This is called a monkey puzzle tree. I think it's chili pine is its proper name, but it's very, very prickly. This is a single camellia, which I quite like. Nice pale pink. This shrub is a sort of honeysuckle, I believe. It has not very big flowers, but they're very strong in perfume, like a lot of early flowering shrubs and plants. They need to attract the insects by their perfume. These periwinkles, almost fell over, a very pale blue colour. Normally periwinkles are blue, but they're nice to have in the garden because they have a bloom on them nearly every month of the year. These daffodils are almost over now. They're one of the earliest to bloom, and the variety is February Gold. And next to them here are one of the latest daffodils to bloom. They're Actia, they're called, and they have a white, very nice white petals with a small red trumpet. And this is the last of our leeks from last year. And here we've got the broad beans. I notice they're just starting to flower. These were planted in the first week of November. But look at the rhubarb. They're really doing splendid this year, and really about a month ahead of normal. Well, there we are. That's our little tour of the garden on the 14th of March 2020. And it's nice to see that spring is on its way.